of the new Naira note has caused unrest and chaos in the country, with various banks being vandalized as a result. This situation has left people feeling uneasy and uncertain about what the future holds as they navigate the challenges of accessing physical cash. As of the 23rd of February, there have been reports of scarcity of cash in Nigeria, and this has had a significant impact on students across the country. With the ongoing economic challenges facing Nigeria, students are finding it increasingly difficult to access the physical cash they need to pay for their education-related expenses. Today, we will be looking at the plight of Unilag students as it concerns the cashless policy. My name is Vina Peters, and this is a news review on Unilag TV. We'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for joining. It's still the news review on Unilag TV. If you just joined in, follow us across all our social media platforms at Unilag on TV. I said earlier before we went on a break that we will be looking at the plight of Unilag students as it concerns the cashless policy. At the University of Lagos, students are currently grappling with the issue of long queues at banks and ATMs, which is causing significant difficulties for them as they try to access the cash they need for their daily expenses. This is particularly challenging for students who are living away from home and do not have any access to other forms of financial support, leading to feelings of frustration and helplessness. Aside from the issue of long queues, there have been reports of a scarcity of physical cash, which is further compounding the challenges faced by students in accessing the funds they require. This situation has been worsened by the cashless policy implemented by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), which has led to a reduction in the overall amount of physical cash in circulation. The scarcity of cash is having a significant impact on students' ability to pay for their education-related expenses, including tuition fees, accommodation, textbooks, and the likes. Some students have been forced to borrow money from friends and family or rely on credit facilities, which can lead to a long-term financial difficulties. Adeshowa brings us more details.
Students in tertiary institutions across the country are facing hardship concerning the scarcity of the new Naira note and the Central Bank of Nigeria's deadline for the deposit of the old Naira note. The CBN planned 31st of January 2023 as the deadline for accepting the old Naira note as a legal tender, but later shifted it to 10th of February 2023 with the approval of the President, Muhammadu Buhari. Despite this extension, there are still long queue at the ATM gallery, and the POS operators make this a business by charging relatively high amount as to what it used to be. There are also positive effects to this new cashless policy and the redesigning of new Naira note. However, there are positive effects to the redesigning of new Naira note and the cashless policy because people do not have to go around with large cash and for security reasons. We are at the University of Lagos to ask students how they have been coping with the new compulsory cashless policy and the redesigning of Naira note.
I feel like it's actually stressing a lot of people out. Like many people want to go home and then they are not able to go home because there is no money. If they want to do transfer, they are adding to it. Someone was telling me this morning that from Lagos to Ilorin is 10,000, then doing transfer is 12,000. They are really punishing us, and the government really needs to find something to do about it quick. And with this now, they are already vandalizing a lot of places and causing problem in the country. So if they don't get a solution to it, it will actually cause a lot of problem.
Well, it's been really stressful. The cashless policy has been really stressful, and also transfers do not go. It's not a transfer has not been seamless. So when you make why would have access to cash, there's lots of queue on the at the banks. We would have access to cash, and then when we make transfers, it doesn't go through. Sometimes the vendor thinks you are lying, or you need something urgently, you can't get it urgently. It's frustrating. Like it's a lot. It's really frustrating. And then there are other people that are not learned. There are other people that don't use banks. That don't know how to use banks, and they're also suffering. Yeah, you want to buy pepper, they don't collect and transfer. Even if you transfer to them, if they want to buy things from other people, they are not able to get it. It's really been stressful. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's been very stressful because it doesn't make any sense. You ask us to forgo our old notes and you don't give us new ones in return. So it's been really stressful because most times we have to do transfer for every little purchase we make. Let's say we want to enter cab, we have to make 15 naira transfer. It doesn't make any sense. We want to buy bag of pure water like 250 naira. We'll have to make transfers. And like she said, yeah, sometimes transfers don't go. So it can cause embarrassment sometimes because
Yeah.
you have to be like, chill, my bank is acting up. I have to do this, I have to do that. So, yeah, so far it's been really frustrating. And we are going home between tomorrow and Friday. So, how are we going to enter bus? How are we going to take public transport? So, yeah, we have to do transfers,
It's been
which might not even
inconvenient.
go.
Like it's not been convenient
So,
at all.
Well, it's quite frustrating because the government and banks are not making it any easier for us. No cash anywhere. You go to the banks, they tell you no cash. Okay, you go to the ATMs, they tell you 1K per person. And a lot of us need more than 1K a day to, survive and shit. So it's actually really stressful and frustrating. Maybe extending the deadline for the new cash to finally transition everywhere and still making the old notes valid for a while.
It has been like very choking. I had to check probably from my house now down to this place. It's crazy. I had to beg somebody to literally give me cash to come to school today. I'm afraid of spending my money, my own personal money. I'm afraid of spending it. Who does that? Just I know anybody that can help us just try and do something about it. Yeah.
It has really been hectic for a lot of us because people are really stranded, like no cash. We have to be living on transfers now, like, and not everybody you get can actually afford to do that. And most of all these POS shops now, they are really charging extra, and many people cannot afford it, like, especially for students. Like, it has really been hectic. So I hope everything can come back to normal with time, though. I just feel like they should legalize the use of the old cash back. You get so that everything can be normal, just like the way it used to be before.
Now we've heard the opinions of students of University of Lagos, and we hope that the government look into the scarcity of naira notes to ease the tension of this compulsory cashless policy. I am Adeshewa Alagbala reporting for Unilag TV.
You just heard from the students. The situation is particularly challenging for students from low-income families who may not have access to other sources of financial support. These students may be forced to drop out of school or defer their studies until they are able to access the necessary funds. To address the issue of cash scarcity, the government and the CBN will need to take swift and decisive action to ensure that there is an adequate supply of physical cash in circulation. This may involve increasing the supply of cash to banks and ATMs, as well as exploring other measures to support students who are affected by the scarcity of cash. Nonetheless, the issue of cash scarcity remains a concern not only for students but for many Nigerians, particularly those who rely on physical cash for their daily transactions. As the CBN continues to pursue its cashless policy and other initiatives aimed at promoting digital transactions, it will be important for the government to ensure that adequate measures are in place to address any potential shortages in physical cash. In the meantime, it is important for all students to be patient and to explore other alternative payment options where possible, such as online payment or mobile banking. By working together and supporting each other, students can help to navigate this challenging period and continue to pursue their educational goals. And that's all we can take on the show today. Until I come your way again, do go out to exercise your civic responsibility and, of course, stay safe. I am Vina Peters. Bye for now.